and good to have you with us in this edition of News here on Mirror Now. Let's begin with the top political story, and which is the political row that has erupted in West Bengal over two back-to-back incidents of violence that took place last night, in which prominent political leaders were attacked. In the first incident, a crude bomb was hurled at the State Minister Zakir Hussain at the Nimtita railway station. He was scheduled to board a train to Kolkata. Within hours, the second incident took place, this time on BJP leaders in Kolkata during a rally by BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari. BJP district president of North Kolkata was also injured and hospitalized due to this attack. In fact, the Indian Railways has now responded to Mamata's dig. Railways maintains that the law and order and railways falls under the state government, with the state fully responsible and the state police fully responsible for the safety. This comes hours after Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee blamed the centre for lack of security at the Nimtati railway station, where the State Minister Zakir Hussain was attacked.
Ma'am, are they showing
Railway, I do not know. They have not said anything. They didn't cooperate. They didn't contacted with us.
It is a clear conspiracy, ma'am.
It is a conspiracy.
Well, Home Minister Amit Shah also is in West Bengal, part of the Parivartan Yatra. He hit out at the Mamata Banerjee government over political violence in the state. He alleged that Mamata government has failed at ensuring law and order, as a result of which TMC goons have killed 130 BJP workers over the years. He made these comments after flagging off the last leg of the Parivartan Yatra, a statewide outreach that the BJP has been conducting ahead of the election session.
देखिए, मैं इतना ही कहना चाहता हूं कि एक बार हिंसा की राजनीति आप शुरू करते हो तो आप भी उससे नहीं बच सकते हो। आज ममता दीदी भी परेशान है। वो कह रही है कि रेलवे के प्रीमाइसिस में हुआ है। जरूर, अगर हमें जिम्मेदारी देना चाहती है तो हम भागना नहीं चाहते। सीबीआई को दे दे, हम जांच कर आरोपियों को पकड़कर उनके हाथ में दे देंगे। हमें कोई आपत्ति नहीं है। राजनीतिक हिंसा का लोकतंत्र के अंदर स्थान ही नहीं होना चाहिए।
बंगाल में जब तक ममता बनर्जी की सरकार है, कानून और व्यवस्था ठीक रह सकती है क्या? जोर से बोलो, रह सकती है क्या? पीछे वाले बोले, रह सकती है क्या? और जोर से बोलो, रह सकती है क्या? बंगाल विकास के रास्ते पर जा सकता है क्या? आप एक बंगाल सरकार भारतीय जनता पार्टी की बना दीजिए, जो मोदी जी के कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर ये डबल इंजन सरकार बंगाल को सोनार बांग्ला बनाए। ऐसी सरकार बनाने के लिए ये परिवर्तन यात्रा है।
So it's been an action-packed day from Amit Shah to Mamata Banerjee, everybody holding huge rallies and marches. Of course, Amit Shah reiterating the law and order attack on the state of West Bengal and at the West Bengal state government, and Mamata Banerjee, the chief minister. Remember, all of this really comes together in the light of the two incidents that took place, the two attacks on leaders of the two different political parties, and it just gives you an indication of which way this entire election session is and season is headed in the state of West Bengal. The Parivartan Yatra that has gone on for several days in West Bengal has now reached its last leg. And today it's Amit Shah who's actually part of this last leg in South 20 Parganas. But let me go across to Mr. Bhaskar Ghosh of the BJP, who's joined us on the phone line. Mr. Ghosh, it's a big debate, the state of law and order, but what we are actually witnessing is violent attacks at both political parties. Now, if it's a law and order which is only Mamata Banerjee's responsibility and she's to be blamed, then who's attacking the TMC guys?
First of all, I think there is the ruling party is the TMC. So, and Mamata Banerjee herself is the minister of, she is the home minister. So, being a home minister and the ruling team, so first of all, it is the responsibility of Mamata Banerjee that should find who is behind this attack. Obviously, when we are not in power, we cannot attack people. We have been attacked by people. Our top leaders, including the national president, has been attacked. 135 persons have been died, have been put to death. So why we should attack? We are we are always giving a caption, "Our Noi on Nai." We are more injustice. It's the rockets for anyone. We are the first. I think.
Mr. Ghosh, the audio line is really bad with you. We're going to try and see if we can reconnect because I'm having trouble, getting a clear understanding of what you're saying. But those are the visuals on the screens of Amit Shah's rally today. Let's also tell you what else has happened. The Chief Minister demanded answers from the centre and the railways over the attack that took place on her minister at a railway station, and which is why she's actually blamed the railways for lack of security and lack of deployment. But the railways obviously has hit back and said, well, security is actually the state's responsibility and they have nothing to do with it. Mamata Banerjee earlier in the day also visited her minister who was attacked in this violence that took place yesterday. Today, of course, both the leaders have also been holding rallies, have been targeting each other, and largely the face-off points remain the same. There's law and order. There is development that the BJP promises with the dual engine promise, as they call it, with the BJP at the center, and if they come to power in West Bengal as well. They also repeatedly attack Mamata Banerjee on her alleged aversion to the Jai Shri Ram slogan and all things connected to Lord Ram. Mamata Banerjee on the other side has been accusing the center of blocking the welfare and development in the state of West Bengal. Well, let's move on and get you a story now from Maharashtra, and it's really a bizarre comment that has been made by none less but the Maharashtra Congress chief, who seemed to be warning and threatening Bollywood stars and the biggest of our Bollywood stars. Now, according to the Maharashtra Congress chief, Nana Patole, he is questioning Amitabh Bachchan and Akshay Kumar for not speaking up about the fuel price hikes, reminding them of how they would earlier in the past. He has also gone on to then threaten them that if they don't break their silence and speak up, then they will not be allowed to shoot their films in Maharashtra. Nana Patole said these actors used to tweet about it during Manmohan Singh's era, but are silent now. And of course, the BJP, before the celebrities, it's the BJP that has reacted to this and said, well, you can see that Congress is threatening the Bollywood actors simply as a publicity stunt.
जब मनमोहन सिंह साहब की सरकार थी केंद्र में, तब अमिताभ बच्चन जी हो, अक्षय कुमार जी हो, ट्वीट के माध्यम से पेट्रोल और डीजल के बारे में वो लोग बताते थे कि 25 और 30 रुपए का पेट्रोल आज ये लोग महंगा बेच रहे हैं। हिंदुस्तान की जनता के जेब काटने का महापाप भाजपा की नरेंद्र मोदी की सरकार जो कर रही है, आप क्यों नहीं बोल रहे हैं? आप अगर वो नहीं बोलेंगे या न्याय के विरोध में नहीं बोलेंगे, तो हम महाराष्ट्र में अमिताभ बच्चन का शूटिंग, अक्षय कुमार की शूटिंग या उनके पिक्चर भी रिलीज नहीं होने देंगे।
देश के प्रतिभावान और सम्मानित कलाकार अमिताभ बच्चन जी और अक्षय कुमार को कांग्रेस के नेता दिन दहाड़े धमकी दे रहे हैं। क्या अपराध है अमिताभ बच्चन जी का? देश हित में उन्होंने ट्वीट किया, क्या यह अपराध हो सकता है? विदेश में बैठे हुए कुछ लोग षड्यंत्र के तहत भारतवर्ष को बदनाम कर रहे हैं। कांग्रेस उनके समर्थन में उतरी है।
Well, in fact, these are the various reactions that we're getting. First of Ram Kadam, of course, former Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis has also now reacted, and he is calling Nana Patole's warning a publicity stunt, adding that the Maharashtra Congress chief is making such comments simply to stay in news. Let's go across to Mayuresh for more on this. Mayuresh, one can understand if you want to question the hypocrisy or the silence of the celebrities on an issue like this because they have spoken up in the past. But why does the Congress party believe it's a good move to threaten them to say we will block your shoots?
Absolutely, and that is not the Congress party which people have seen, because the Congress party which believes in the philosophy of Gandhi and Nehru, one such move is really not expected from this Congress party, and especially from the Congress state chief, who has given a clear threat to two particular celebrities, and he has basically asked them that now they have already tweeted against the farmers' agitation, but now they should tweet against this petrol and fuel hike. But the question also is, Sarmis, that if Congress feels that the prices are continuously rising, yes, that is true. But why the state government is not reducing? Because there are two different taxes which state government also levies on the petrol as well as on the diesel. If you talk about Maharashtra, Maharashtra imposes somewhere around 26 to 28% state tax on petrol and 24% tax on diesel, and plus there is a 3 rupees cess on that. So if government wants to give a kind of a relief to the people of Maharashtra, Congress is already there in the power with Shiv Sena and NCP. They can propose this kind of move that we should reduce the tax. But giving threats to all these celebrities, that is not the Congress which people usually follow, which people usually think.
Has there been a response, Mayuresh, either from the other leaders within the Congress or even their allies? Like you said, they are in power in Maharashtra along with the Shiv Sena and the NCP. They have it in their control to reduce the fuel prices if they want.
See, when I asked this particular question to Ajit Pawar, who is the finance minister of state of Maharashtra, he clearly said that as of now, right now, I won't be able to tell you that what we are going to do. But certainly, if we have to take a decision, we'll consult with the CM and I'll inform the cabinet. And on the floor of the house, we'll take this decision, because on 1st of March, the Maharashtra Assembly's budget session is happening. So it's kind of a hint which he has given, but it is, as we can see, it is not a clear hint which he has given.
All right, Mayuresh, thanks so much for bringing us this story. Well, time for a quick break, but there's lots more news on the other side. Stay with us. Welcome back. Horror from Unnao in Uttar Pradesh, where 3 girls were found in a field, 2 of them dead, while another girl was found in a very serious condition, completely unconscious. The minor girls had left their house to bring fodder for cattle. Now, there are 2 versions that are emerging regarding how the girls and their bodies were actually found. Now, while one of the deceased victims' brother says that the girls were found with their hands and legs tied, the mother of another survivor is actually denying that, saying that the hands and legs were not tied and that she actually wiped the froth from the victim's mouth with her own sari, effectively insinuating that these girls perhaps took poison. So what really happened? It remains to be seen, with the police investigation continuing. Listen in.
मेरे पास जब यहाँ मरीज यहाँ पर आई है तो बिल्कुल गैस्पिंग में आई थी, उसकी सांस बिल्कुल उखड़ रही थी, मुंह से पूरा झाग आ रहा था, मुंह के अंदर पूरा सेक्रीशंस बहुत भरे हुए थे और उसकी प्यूपिल बिल्कुल कॉन्स्ट्रिक्टेड थी और कोई रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं कर रही थी, टोटली अनकॉन्शियस थी। उसके साइंस जो है वो ऐसा लग रहा है कि ऑर्गेनोफॉस्फोरस पॉइजनिंग को हुई है। ऑर्गेनोफॉस्फोरस होता है जैसे जो कीटाणुनाशक दवाएँ यूज होती हैं, जो उस समय इसके जो क्लिनिकली जो लग रहा है।
हरेरी लेने गई थी खेत में, उसके बाद हरेरी से जब रोज चली आती थी तब उसमें लेट हुआ तो करीब 6-7 बजे हम लोग ढूंढने निकले कि सब तन ढूंढने तो नहीं मिले, तब खेतन ढूंढने चालू कर, तब उसी लाही वाले खेत में बंधी मिली, सब तीनों लोग इकट्ठे खेत में सब बंधी हुई मिली हैं। सब ये कपड़ा उपड़े जो पहने थी इसी से सब बंधे हुए, चुन्नी उन्नी से जो
कपड़े पूरे कहीं खराब तो नहीं थे, कपड़े अस्त व्यस्त नहीं थे?
नहीं, कपड़े पूरे कुछ
उसका दुपट्टा कैसे डाली तुम्हारी? वो
हमारी दुपट्टा इससे डाले है, इससे
जैसे डाला जाएगा
हमेशा रोज डालती थी।
उसके हाथ पैर कोई नहीं बंधे थे?
हाथ पैर नहीं बंधे थे,
खाली मुंह से वो निकला, झाग निकला। तुमने फिर अपने दुपट्टे से उसका किससे साड़ी पूछा? किससे पूछा? साड़ी से उसका झाग पहुंचा?
जिंदा नहीं है,
दो खत्म हो गई।
हमारी लड़की जो है उसके कहा श्वासा उसके चलत रहा, श्वासा खाली घर नहीं रहा है बस, और कोई नहीं,
बाकी 2 वहीं मौके पे खत्म हो गई।
हाँ वही हम खत्म हो गई, जगह हम खत्म हो गए, पता नहीं कब खत्म।
Well, now, of course, the local SP is quoting the mother of one of the survivors, survivor, saying that the girls' hands and legs were not tied and that they have initiated an investigation into the deaths. Postmortem of the bodies is being carried out.
अभी हम सभी लोगों के इसमें स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं। इसमें एक पीड़ित लड़की थी, उसके माँ के द्वारा ये बात बताई गई है, अपना स्टेटमेंट दिया है, जिसमें उसके द्वारा बताया गया था कि लड़कियाँ जो है वहाँ पे अचेत पड़ी हुई थी और किसी के हाथ नहीं बने थे, ये बात बताई गई है। अभी इसमें सभी के स्टेटमेंट्स हम रिकॉर्ड करेंगे और उसके अनुसार जो है सभी तथ्यों पर छानबीन करके आवश्यक कार्रवाई करेंगे।
Well, this is the spot in the village where exactly the three girls were found in an unconscious situation late on Wednesday evening. They had left their home around 3 p.m. to gather some fodder for their cattle. Well, for now, it seems to be a blind case for the police because they have not found any motive or evidences of involvement of an outsider in perhaps feeding poison, because the case of poisoning has been confirmed by the doctors after the two girls aged 13 and 16 years were brought dead in the local hospital here. The doctors have confirmed it was a case of poisoning. The third girl whose age is 17 years has been referred to a private hospital in Kanpur. She is very critical. She is still being treated there, and now the police is relying on the statements perhaps of the third girl when she gains consciousness to know about what exactly transpired around evening on Wednesday that led to the death of these two very young minor girls, and the third girl being very, very critical. So far as the family is concerned, they have ruled out any personal enmity with anybody. Well, evidences of sexual assault are also missing here, although certain family members have alleged that the three girls were found in a situation wherein their hands and legs were tied, but the police is still not confirming the case. As far as the senior police officials are concerned, they have made 6 teams to look into the mysterious case to probe it threadbare. There is dog squad that has been pressed into service, and the police is questioning the family members and certain other people from the village at length to know as to what exactly happened that led to this very, very unfortunate situation.
Meanwhile, UP cops are at the field in Unnao district trying to recover evidence from the site where the three girls were found lying.
घटनास्थल का काम्बिंग कर रहे हैं, छोटी छोटी चीज़ें दूर दूर तक कोई सबूत ऐसा मिल जाए जिससे हमें विवेचना में सहयोग मिले, इसलिए हम लोग काम्बिंग कर रहे हैं, पूरा देख रहे हैं। अब हाँ, मिलेगा तो जरूर आपको बताया जाएगा, अभी हम कर रहे हैं।
Well, let's move on and get to the other big story that we were tracking in the day. The protesting farmers today held a nationwide rail roko agitation from 12 to 4 p.m. in protest against the 3 farm laws. The visuals on your screen show farmers sitting on railway tracks earlier in the day. Protests were witnessed at multiple locations across the country. Railways said that there was minimal impact of the agitation, adding that no services were cancelled or diverted. Meanwhile, in Uttar Pradesh's Hapur, Bharatiya Kisan Union members got into a brawl with police officials at the railway station while staging a protest. So these are the visuals that are actually getting from various parts of the country. Remember, the rail roko was between 12 and 4. Visuals coming in from Amritsar, where the farmers protested at the railway track. Similarly, in Palwal, in Haryana, there was a large gathering of several hundred protesting farmers who gathered. But the railway says, despite all of this, there's been minimal impact. Services affected in some areas, but no larger diversions or cancellations. Of course, the rail roko agitation has now come to an end. It was up till 4 p.m. Let's go across to Ayushman, who's joining us on the phone line. Ayushman, so we understand while there were protests across many parts of North India states, not much impact as far as the railway services are concerned.
Yes, in fact, Railway has now said that to the effect the protest did not have much of the effect on the functioning of the railway. The rail roko for agitation passed off without any untoward incident. There was negligible and minimal impact. This is what the railways said. Then train movement in all the zones are now normal. majority of the zones have reported that not a single case of stoppage was there. Few trains were stopped in some railway zones, but now the operation is smooth. They have said that currently they are also announcing that there was no untoward incident reported all across the country during the entire period of Rail Roko agitation that was conducted by the farmers. So now the operations are smooth.
All right, Ayushman, thanks so much for bringing us this update. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of news. For lots more on the other side, stay with me.